A rough 2 days of wrestling. I hope everybody enjoyed New Japan Pro Wrestling if you weren't with us on Saturday night. So we are here back on Tuesday going over Raw and SmackDown Live, getting ready to Sunday night's Extreme Rules. Tonight was the go-home show for SmackDown Live, and we got that awesome go-home show last night from Raw, I'll tell you what. So awesome that we're barely even going to touch on it. So we'll go through a little bit of what happened last night on Raw. We'll get a little bit of these negative comments drive by us because I know we're going to be pretty negative tonight when it comes to Raw. So let's go with you first, Alex. Hold on, let me before I do that, let me pull up the old what all went down on Raw so we can at least go over a little bit of the tidbits of what happened on Raw because there was a lot of not good stuff. Yes, lowest rated Raw in history, apparently.
Yep.
So you could just say that last night's Raw wasn't good. And yeah, so let's just run through it. So we had the Roman Reigns, Bobby Lashley opening segment. We had a tag match between Nia Jax and Natalya versus Alexa Bliss and Mickie James. We had No Way Jose versus Mojo Rawley. We also had Seth Rollins, Dolph Ziggler, little promos segment back and forth, which led to them having a match for the main event of Raw, which was Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins. We had Bo Dallas take on Matt Hardy, Ember Moon, Liv Morgan. We also had the tag match of Finn Balor, Bobby Roode taking on Elias and Constable Baron Corbin. And we also had the match between Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre with the stipulation, which should already be added into the match anyways, is if Seth wins, Drew is banned from ringside. Why he is not banned already from ringside, I have no idea. So we'll go with the likes because I'm very sure that there's not very many likes from last night. Since Alex is his first show back, Alex, your likes from last night's Raw.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
So you guys know, like, I came in a little bit late, so I did a little bit of fast forwarding. What I will say is definitely the main event, McIntyre versus Seth, which I'm sure we'll all talk about a little bit more. I will say the opening segment with Bobby Lashley and Roman was a much needed thing that should have happened a while back with Bobby Lashley, so I enjoyed that. Outside of that, let's see. I'm looking through real quick to tell you the truth. I guess sure. Let's talk. Ember Moon got a win, so that's my three. Hello.
Yeah, I'm here, I think.
Tony.
I'm sorry, I muted you. I'm sorry because I was talking to the chat. I know there wasn't very many likes at all from last night. Liv Morgan loses again to Ember Moon. The main event probably was your highlight of the night since you are a big Drew McIntyre guy. Gets to win over Seth Rollins, so he's not banned from ringside. Your thoughts? And was this your favorite match of the night? What's up, Red Sox fan?
Oh yeah, given also like this match on its own, like if it was on a good Raw, would still probably be a top contender for sure. But yeah, given how Raw was last night, definitely a good match. I thought Seth and Drew really worked well together. The last 5 minutes was like really exciting. I mean, the back and forths. I mean, Drew picked up Seth from the ground and just hit a sit-out powerbomb. I was like, my God. Drew looked great. Seth was playing the good underdog face. It still added fire, and I'm glad that Drew got the win because I said this also yesterday. When you saw Drew come out in wrestling gear and Dolph was kind of just in street clothes, it made it more apparent who the real star is between Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler. So yeah, and I think they'll probably have match of the night on Sunday. So that aspect I'm more excited for.
And if you're also a big McIntyre fan as well, you got to think, hey man, he got the win over Seth Rollins, Mr. Monday Night Rollins, who probably will possibly get his title back on Sunday night. So that's just got to show you how high they think of Drew McIntyre on Raw because he hasn't, if I'm not mistaken, taking a loss since being brought up to the main roster.
Yeah,
I think he lost a tag match, but I don't think he was the one that got pinned.
yeah, and even like you said, even when they lost that gauntlet match, Drew destroyed everyone. So they are protecting him a lot, which I think is one of the only good slow burns that WWE are doing right now, right?
Yeah, they're protecting him actually a lot because even when he's in there with the big dog Roman Reigns, he's hold his own. He hasn't looked like no bitch, and it's very interesting to see what they. I'm very curious to see what they have in store for McIntyre because we all have these big high hopes that he's going to move on from Ziggler. He's going to get these title shots. He's going to win these titles. He's going to do so well. It's not very much guaranteed, but I definitely do think that McIntyre has everything. He's the full package that everything that Vince McMahon loves. So I just got to see what happens next. Anything else that you loved on Raw from last night? And we'll move on to Dave.
So yeah, I had that. I had the opening the brawl between Bobby Lashley and Roman, which I'm sure we'll talk about for sure. And outside of that, Ember Moon got a win. So that's really it.
Yeah, Ember Moon got a win. Like I said, against the same person she got a win against last week. And you can really see how the Riot Squad struggle without Ruby Riot being there. It just doesn't seem, they just don't look right without Ruby Riot there. And hopefully she'll be back soon. Dave, let's move on to you. Yeah, Red Sox fan. We just kind of just started.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure we're all gonna go in and talk about the opening segment, which I did like how they opened the show with Roman just walking down the hallway, and then Lashley's like, "I dare you to call me out." So I like that. I like that part, and I also like Lashley's promo, and the brawl was nice. It kind of, we'll get into what we didn't like about it too, I'm sure, but yeah, there's some stuff I didn't like about the brawl either.
Oh but, man, don't let me get started on the brawl.
Yeah,
no, dude. Let's get started on the fucking brawl itself. All right. I didn't mind the brawl. That's something that was needed weeks ago between these guys. And I was watching a post. I don't know if anybody knows the guy named Sean Ross Sapp. He was running a post-Raw show last night, and he made a really good point. Like, these guys hated each other. They don't like each other. How badass would it be if they always saw each other, they always constantly fought each other in the parking lot and backstage? Every time they saw each other, they had to lay hands on each other. I think that would have been a lot better instead of what we got the last couple of weeks, then leading up to what we got last night, which was the brawl. Yes, the dive on Roman Reigns was pretty sweet, I have to admit. But why the fuck? I don't want to be loud. I don't want to be angry. But you have the brawl, right? And usually the brawl is what? What does the brawl guys contain of that are separating the brawl? Who are those guys contained of, Dave? Can you tell me who are those guys usually contained of?
Usually the really lower card guys. Yeah, the really low. I mean, that's what it really is.
The low card, the jobbers, if you want to say. Can we mention some guys' names that were out there?
Balor.
Along with the jobbers last night. Finn Balor.
Corbin.
Yeah. Bobby Roode.
Yep.
There.
And the one that triggered me. AOP. AOP is out there trying to separate Roman Reigns and Bobby Lashley. I'll repeat that. AOP, the badass tag team that is destroying everybody. You have them out there separating Bobby Lashley and Roman Reigns, cooperating with the other guys out there. Why the fuck isn't AOP just beating the shit out of everyone? You want to stop Bobby Lashley and Roman Reigns? They beat them up. They powerbomb them. They do whatever they want. That's how you get rid of them. Instead of that triggered me. I was so upset to see AOP. And Bobby Roode was another one that I was shocked to see out there. Hey,
that triggered
in the house. Bobby Roode, Finn Balor. Like, wow. Like, yay.
And you know what another thing is? And we'll get into it, but we've been talking about it. Out of all the matches on Extreme Rules, why isn't Bobby Lashley versus Roman Reigns not Extreme Rules?
Yeah.
It's called Extreme Rules, but yet we only have 3 matches.
I mean,
3 matches with stipulations, and one of them is not even a fucking Extreme Rules match. It's a cage match.
well, that's kind of Extreme Rules.
I mean, I guess if you want to say that, but where's our chairs match? Where's our? I'm not even a big fan of these type of matches. Kendo stick matches. You know, but yeah, we're getting a shark cage match. You gotta get that in the pay-per-view. A shark cage match. That's got to be on there.
Yep.
Man, but one thing I really
I don't mean to interrupt you, Dave, but I have to ask you a question. If you were going to this pay-per-view this Sunday night, would you be happy? Would you be excited to be going to this Extreme Rules pay-per-view?
To go in there live, yeah, because you guys can relate to this. Going there live is a lot better than sitting at home watching TV. Am I looking forward to really watching a lot of these matches? No, I'm not. Maybe 2, maybe 3 matches I'm looking forward to on this whole card.
Same. That's it. But overall, no. I don't know how Sunday's going to go.
All right. This is why I said let's ignore this show. Tony's up in here interrupting, going, I'm sorry. I don't mean to get upset, but God damn it. When you also, I wouldn't buy a ticket to this show. Because every match pretty much to me is predictable. And I love how they're saying Alexa Bliss, Nia Jax in an Extreme Rules. And don't forget, Ronda Rousey will be in the crowd during that match. Like, they might as well just say, and don't forget, Ronda Rousey will get involved in this match. Like, they just might as well just say that. Because they're pretty much hinting at it. I'm sorry. Continue, Dave. What were you going to say?
I was just going to say the whole Bobby Roode. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, you're good.
The whole Bobby Roode thing really threw me off because
they're breaking up, Dave.
Echo.
Oh, we're losing Dave. Go ahead, Alex. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, so the brawl was it was something that we've all been wanting to see this side of Bobby Lashley for a while, and I liked how it was done. It was just no bullshit. You came out, Roman called out Lashley came out, and they fought. And I always like the locker room breakout brawls, but I agree with you on the sense that why are you have some fairly booked guys like even Corbin, Balor, I don't know about Bobby Roode, but AOP, like those guys, why are they out there? And also, like, I don't like how locker room brawls are now. It's like when they fight, automatically the whole roster like comes running out. Like, where's the tension in that? It's not exciting. It's just they just come. It's like Kurt already had them all prepared and said, guys, go. I mean, what happened to when Shawn and Triple H were fighting? You had the referees trying to separate. They got their ass whooped. Security came out. They got their ass whooped. So they said, okay, we need the whole roster to come out. Like, it's good at building tension. So the brawl itself was fun, I guess. But like you said, who's in it that's splitting it up? And also, why isn't this an Extreme Rules match? Like, of all matches, of all competitors you can have, Bob really needs a match like this to actually turn it around for him. And Roman, you put him in a physical match, you're going to be entertained. But you're just going to have a wrestling match. What's the excitement?
Exactly, I agree. And Juanito, you're asking about to contribute. The only way you want to contribute to the show, you come in here every night when we're live, you hit those hearts, you hit those shares, tell your friends about us. Other ways is doing the super hearts. Like I said, we're, I think, about 80,000 super hearts away from becoming a super broadcaster on this Periscope app. So if you ever have, if that's a way you feel like you want to contribute, that's another way of that. We're never asking for money, but if that's a way you would like to contribute to our show, the super hearts is definitely that. Or just coming in here and popping in those hearts. Because of you guys, we got the VIP status and everything like that. So you coming in here and just showing us love every night, support, we really do appreciate it. Thank you, Jody Mania. Really appreciate that. Thank you, everybody, for the super hearts and everybody who came in here tonight. After what we saw last night of not a great Raw and a great SmackDown Live, I'm sure you guys don't even want to talk about it. So is there anything else you guys want to mention on Raw? The Bayley and Sasha segments, I mean, what the fuck?
That's pretty
ago, when we were super stoked about what we were seeing from Bayley, oh man, this is going to be a turn for the better. Are we going to see a new Bayley? She attacks Bayley, Sasha Banks. We see a different side of her, and then they say they're going to counseling, and that was pretty much the end of it. Because since the counseling segments were announced, it has been gone downhill from there. We had Dr. Shelby last week. They got rid of him this week because I think they figured out, hey, this bombed anyway, so why don't we just bomb it without him? And they added a new therapist.
And it's such a stupid concept because what happens when two guys wrestle? I mean, Raw. What does Kurt say? Hey, here at Raw, we settle it in the ring. But then Sasha and Bayley actually go at it. No, guys, we have to send you to
Why isn't Bobby Lashley and Roman Reigns in counseling?
Braun and Kevin Owens. Why are they Braun at counseling?
Well, you would think after that brawl we got last night, Bobby Lashley and Roman Reigns belong in counseling. Don't you agree, everybody? Like, since they're putting Sasha and Bayley, if that's the way they're putting it, like, seriously, like, what? It is pointless now. Like, it's dumb. They're really trying to drag this fucking feud out till SummerSlam. That's what they're doing. They're absolutely dragging this feud out till SummerSlam.
You realize they have been putting this feud in since the Royal Rumble when Sasha eliminated Bayley. That is 7 months we're at with these two. 7 months, guys.
This is the new Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon feud. Yeah. What about you, Dave? Your thoughts?
Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, you're good now.
All right. Yeah, I agree with you guys. And the one thing that was funny about this segment, did you guys notice Kane and Daniel Bryan's picture was still up? If it's a different therapist and a different office, why would that picture still be up? I mean, that just threw me off right there. It really did. I mean, some of the really quick, something I did like though was the Ember Moon match, and she got to win, like you said, Alex. And I'm starting to like Liv Morgan a lot more now. I mean, she was bumping like crazy, and I mean, she's really, coming along a long way. I think I'm really liking Liv without having Ruby Riott there. I think you guys said it's hurting them a lot not having her, but I think she's really shining right now.
I'll tell you this: she has a lot more potential than damn Carmella.
Yeah. Well, at least Riott will be back soon. Her injury's not bad, so.
No,
you think she's lower than Carmella?
Who? Sarah Logan?
I thought that's what he said.
No, I think Liv Morgan has more potential than Carmella.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That too. Yeah, and I used to not like her when she was in NXT. I thought she was just a jobber, not really that good. I know Texas Kid was always a big fan of her. We all know why, but yeah, I'm starting to actually like her a lot more now. I think she's been doing some good stuff out there last couple of weeks. Yeah, we're getting the same matches, and don't really need to talk about the Nia stuff. That was kind of crap.
Well,
but yeah,
another positive, which was pretty cool, and I'm not sure how many video game guys are in here, but the Ronda Rousey commercial last night for the WWE 2K19 game came out last night, and I thought it was very excellent. They had Rowdy Piper's, I guess, podcast of him talking to Rousey, I guess.
Back in the day, yeah. He had her on his podcast and basically giving the blessing to use his name. He's a Rowdy. And then, yeah, I thought it was really cool to hear that. Yeah.
Hearing Rowdy Piper's voice again just hit me in the face.
That was kind of that was a little bit of a goosebump moment. You haven't heard Rowdy's voice like that in years since he passed away.
Legend.
I don't know if anybody in here, I know Dave is. I was a big fan of Legends House, so I still even go back to watch it sometimes. And hearing him talk to her like that and give her blessing to be Rowdy Rousey, and then give her his jacket, and she's wearing his attire now. It definitely writes the picture of her winning the title at SummerSlam. And
that is one thing. Oh, go ahead.
I was also thinking that this is kind of cheap of WWE in a way that they have nothing for Ronda Rousey to have her absolutely not on TV, that they had to come up with some kind of a lame suspension for her.
Well, I think that's more so they don't want her wrestling every single week, you know, and they don't want her out there every week. So they're trying to still make her special by not having her there all the time. Like she's gonna basically be like the female Brock in a way. She's gonna wrestle more than him, yes, but the big paper.
Tony, you could disagree, but from what I understand is like the one problem I have with this is that yes, we know it's all leading to Rousey taking the title off, but the fact that Rousey's there, it just completely overshadows any little to no interest you have in Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax.
Right, that's fair. I agree with that. I'll absolutely agree with you on that. And
not saying that we're interested.
That's actually a good point. And if Rousey was there and say she was feuding with maybe a Riot Squad or someone like that, people would be more interested in that feud more than they would be the women's championship. Absolutely. And her being involved or her at ringside in the crowd brings more intriguement to the match, and it's definitely going to bring more eyes to it. That's what they want, because if without her involved or without her ever being mentioned, I don't think anybody would be excited to see Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax in an Extreme Rules match at all.
We weren't excited for WrestleMania, so this isn't any different.
Exactly. Let's see. What else is there to talk about?
No, that's what I got.
The one thing that I was shocked and I thought was a missed opportunity was them not mentioning Brock Lesnar at all. It was not mentioned by nobody, not Michael Cole, not by Coach. He wasn't the word of the hour. There was no Corey Graves mention of Brock. There was no Roman Reigns, where he kind of hinted at it. He's a lot of things what happened over the weekend that I can mention, but kind of hinted at it, but he didn't go that route. I'm surprised they didn't mention him, and I think that was a little bit of a missed opportunity of mentioning Brock.
I agree, and I think honestly they're just holding off until after Extreme Rules, and then Roman's going to go full shooty.
Roman was talking about Hiromu.
Come on, man. It still hurts. But no, I think we're saving it for.
Is there an update on him, on Hiromu? Is there? I know said they broke his neck, but was there any update on the injury of itself? I haven't heard anything much other than that.
No, they're just saying that from the exam he looks like he has a broken neck, and I mean, well, we saw that spot, so. There's no scans or anything to confirm it, but yeah, it's looking like a broken neck.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of wrestlers tweet about it. Yeah,
even Omega tweeted about it. Like a bunch of people are just saying best wishes. So that's all we could do.
Okay, well that's good to hear. Hopefully he'll get better. We had Owens and Strowman get announced for a cage match for Sunday night. I think that's a bit about it. I asked them the poll question, liked it, loved it, or hated Raw last night. Pretty much everybody put hated it. I also put on the poll question, if Raw got you more excited for Extreme Rules for this Sunday. Everybody put no. More excited for Extreme Rules for Sunday. So we'll go with you, Dave. What would you rate Raw from last night?
Shit.
All right, I'll give that a 0. All right, Alex, what would you give Raw last night?
I'll give it like a 0.5 for the main event and the brawl.
Oh wow! I have a question. Why does Kurt have a real office? His office is backstage where they interview. Exactly. That's what I was kind of thinking too. SmackDown Live got me more excited for Extreme Rules. Okay, all right, fair point. All right, you know when Raw's bad? When you're wishing that it would end already.
Yep.
And even with the main event of McIntyre and Rollins, all I was thinking to myself was, I just want to go to bed.
Yep.
Can this match hurry up and fucking end?
No, I wasn't thinking that. I was actually enjoying this match, and what I was thinking, during that stupid-ass tag match, I was like, oh my god, why? Can they please end this crap already?
Yeah.
And then, of course, Corbin had to beat Finn Balor.
Give Raw a middle finger.
And don't even get me started on Elias. So, yeah, Elias is another bad part.
Yeah, Elias. I'm telling you, man, I'm more looking forward to my Thursday mornings when I get off work and I'm cooking breakfast and I'm watching NXT.
Yep.
Like, I'm being honest with you. Like, I'm looking forward to those days more than anything. But I'm here cooking breakfast, watching NXT on my phone because that's the most intriguing show, and none of it bothers me. None of their shit that they do in that hour time frame bothers me as much as Raw does.
Yep.
Raw makes me want to pull my goddamn hair out sometimes. It's so bad, and it's not the wrestlers; it's the fucking booking. It's not the wrestlers' fault that they're getting booked like shit. You know, it's. What's up, Dr. Huge? How you doing tonight? Great show earlier today. I just don't understand the shit that they do sometimes. Right. Oh, thank you, Dr. Huge, for the super hearts. Appreciate that. All right, so let's move on through a quick SmackDown live show, and then we'll get to Extreme Rules. We'll touch on that a little bit, but don't forget, everybody, Saturday night, everybody. All three of us will be here. Alex will be here.
Yes, sir.
He'll leave work. He will walk out of work. He told me already. And he will be
no. We have a lot this weekend. I mean, the G1 from New Japan started. We got Extreme Rules. We got a good weekend of wrestling at least.
We're gonna touch a little bit on Extreme Rules, Red Sox fan, but our true prediction shows will be on Saturday night because, Justin usually doesn't show up on Saturday nights. You know that, guys. That's his time, and usually he's a Tuesday night fella, but he wasn't able to make it tonight. So Saturday night, us three will be here, of course.
Yep.
Giving our predictions. Justin will probably give me his via email or text message. So we will all have our predictions for Extreme Rules. Extreme Rules. Raise your hand, everybody, if you're excited for Extreme Rules for this Sunday. All right, so let's move on to SmackDown Live. But yeah, excuse me, Saturday night, Extreme Rules predictions, and then Thursday night, you have Dr. Huge come on an hour before Impact for the pre-show of Impact on Pop, and then you have us after Impact on Pop is over, and we will be touching on NXT and Impact. So hope you guys can join us, and really do appreciate everybody's support. Thank you, Dr. Huge, for the super hearts, man. I really do appreciate that. All right, SmackDown Live, we had Miz TV. Hold on, let me get all the segments up so we can get everything in true fashion. Let me get SmackDown Live. Okay, here we go. We had the Miz TV segment, which then led to Sanity getting involved, which then getting the New Day, the Bludgeon Brothers, and this was like this episode. You know what they should have done for this episode? Just for tonight only. They should have gave Paige tonight off. They should have said that she had some kind of flu or something, and had Teddy Long there tonight. Because every fucking match tonight ended up being almost a tag match. They should have had Teddy Long there tonight to make all these tag matches.
Yep.
Like they had Styles Nakamura, which then led to a tag match, and then you had the Miz TV segment, which then led to a tag match.
I saw so many Teddy Long gifs and memes in the last 2 hours.
Holla, holla, holla.
Yeah, even their account, the WWE Network Twitter account, even tweeted out like "holler, holler."
Oh my God! Wow, they know, they're listening. They know we bitch about.
They know. All right, so let's go through a rundown of what happened on SmackDown Live before we give our dislikes of what happened tonight. We had, like I said, the Miz TV segment with Team Hell No. How about those Team Hell No t-shirts? Oh, God. AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Like I said, it ended up becoming a tag match with Jeff Hardy and AJ Styles taking on Rusev and Nakamura. We had also the Asuka versus James Ellsworth Lumberjack match. Oh, God. We had Sin Cara versus Andrade Almas. And in the main event, which was the 5-on-5 match, Kane, Daniel Bryan, Big E, Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods taking on Sanity and the Bludgeon Brothers. Dave, your likes of tonight's SmackDown Live.
I thought the opening segment was good, and the Kane referencing NSYNC just had me laughing so hard. It was funny.
The NSYNC tonight, was that like a bet in the locker room tonight? Like, let's see how we can reference NSYNC, because that was.
But you know what? Who's ever doing Daniel Bryan and Kane stuff, I mean, they should be doing the whole show because that's how you book comedic segments on Raw or SmackDown. That's how you book them because they were funny and they were great. But maybe it's just Daniel Bryan and Kane work so well together. But man, Kane coming off more comedical lately or comedic, it's funny and it's entertaining. So I did like that. I thought that was enjoyable. Even the references backstage earlier or later on in the night was pretty good. I enjoyed seeing Andrade Cien Almas. That was fun to see him finally after a month.
Yes.
And I thought the main event was good. It was definitely interesting to see Daniel Bryan doing the Kane thing. It actually got pyro tonight. I was like, what the hell is that?
Yeah, pyro. Vince McMahon must have. He wants Kane to win or something because getting Kane pyro, man. What the hell? That is. And the reactions. I'm sorry. The reactions from the announcers, the fireworks went off were pretty good. Oh my God, it worked or whatever. Like it was like, what really? What else, Dave?
I mean, I didn't enjoy that Asuka crap. No, I didn't. I thought that was pretty stupid. But I mean, yeah, I mean, I can't really think of much else other than the opening segment and then Andrade Cien Almas and then I thought the 10-man tag was pretty good. But yeah, I mean, that's about it, I guess.
Yeah.
Can't really think of anything else. I mean, the funny with Kane and Miz doing that whole back and forth where Kane is about to choke slam straight to hell. And the stuff Kane said backstage is hilarious about like, hey, let's open up hell and drag them all straight to hell.
It's technically a gate, Daniel.
Yeah, I know. That was funny. Who's writing this shit? They need to be booking everything, man.
Here's my question for you guys. What's the long-term outcome of this?
There's none.
What happens between Daniel Bryan and Kane?
None.
After this? Are we going to get a feud between them two? Or are they just Kane's just going to kind of ride off into the sunset? Does the Team Hell No win the tag team titles? I'm just kind of interested how they get rid of Kane because you know how WWE is. They see something happen, they see that it's gold, and they run with it. So
yeah,
if Kane has some time free and he's able to come on SmackDown Live and do these shows every now and then, could it be that they give the titles to Team Hell No and see what happens? I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
It just seems like that's what they would do.
I mean, they've been featured in the main event the last 2 weeks. I mean, because it's getting over and it's blowing up huge. I mean, them fighting the little inside jokes, they're funny and entertaining. Probably the most entertaining stuff going on in WWE right now for entertainment-wise.
You're saying nothing happens, Alex. What do you think? What do you think happens then?
I mean, I could see the Miz kind of getting involved, screwing over Bryan, and it cost them the match. Bryan and Kane get into an argument because Kane blames Bryan, and then Kane just goes. I really do think that it's just to keep Bryan away from Miz until after Extreme Rules, and yeah, that's really it. I don't see them winning the titles.
I mean, if they lose them, if they don't win the titles, I think it has to be Kane turning on Bryan, and maybe we get that SummerSlam rematch from years ago. I don't think they're going to do I just don't.
No.
So here's the thing. Do you guys see Daniel Bryan, given that there's this whole thing about his contract and whatever they're planning to book him, do you see Daniel Bryan in a singles match at SummerSlam?
I do not. I don't think they're going to do...
Yes.
Huh?
If he has resigned with the WWE, yes.
Yeah.
I just don't think Miz and Bryan is going to happen at SummerSlam. I think it's going to be like WrestleMania.
Well, even Bryan said he doesn't have faith in the WWE booking them that long.
Oh, okay.
No, but I obviously I know what you're saying. But I would like that. I think that's what we all want to just book.
Bud Liger says, I just heard today that Bryan is about to sign a big contract. Okay.
And then they're going to put him back on the shelf again, watch.
Yeah.
Then he's going to be back to SmackDown Live GM. All right. Alex, some of the likes that you had for SmackDown Live tonight.
Not many, guys. I mean, What else is there? Okay, so Andrade was actually on TV and they didn't pull the match, so I liked it, man. I think we all agree that you can't go wrong with some good luchador wrestling, and that's what we got from these two, and the crowd was into it because you have two luchadors who are putting on some good stuff. I mean, Sin Cara had whipped out this like Hurricane Rana Canadian pile driver on Almas.
I'm raising my hand because I have something to say after you're done.
Yeah, and then I would just like it if I would have loved to see if these guys got 15 minutes. I mean, yeah, drop that Oscar versus James Ellsworth bullshit and give this more time. Like that. This was
or even the main event, because the main event went like 20 minutes. They started getting ready to go for like at 9:30.
Yeah.
So that was like almost 30 minutes dedicated to just that, and that's a good portion of the show.
I mean, yeah, I think the crowd was the most into Almas and that, and a bit to the main event. But I thought I should have gotten more time. So that's it for that segment. What were you gonna say, Tony?
This match tonight, you know what it reminded me of?
What?
The matches we're getting on 205 Live.
Yeah, it did have a fast-paced action to it.
I'm just saying that I'm not saying to watch 205 Live in its entirety or the show in general, but some of the matches that they put on 205 Live are some damn good matches. And,
I was telling Dave before we went on and you were getting your stuff ready. If Cedric Alexander drops the title, I'll tune into 205 more. How about that?
With no spoilers, because right now I think the match right now between Hideo Itami and Cedric Alexander are going
I'm
on
sorry.
right now.
Are you worried about spoiling Cedric going over Hideo?
Oh wow! So no spoilers, everybody. Please, no.
But yeah, I think like I said, I told you guys I saw the Ali Mustafa match. It was a really good match. I hope it doesn't get overlooked when the year ends. But yeah,
Murphy.
As long as Cedric is a champion, I'm not interested.
WWE is continuing right now, so that's what people will watch this.
I mean, man, an Ali and Mustafa match would be interesting.
Over the title? If you had those two feuding over the title, hell yeah, I would watch.
You mean Murphy, right?
Yeah, Murphy and Ali. If you had them feuding over the title with these type of matches, hell yeah, I would tune in. But when you have these two putting it on and Cedric's just being Cedric,
but I think Tony made a great point, though. I mean, I could definitely see that because even Daniel Bryan said this on Jericho's podcast that the reason people aren't watching 205 Live really is because you're getting the same thing on Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah. But if you do matches like Mustafa and Buddy and it gets buzz like that, I'll tune in for that for sure. But yeah. But that's
you know you're going to get good matches, though, and it's like, okay, I'm going to get good matches, but there's no story. Like you said before, I know you did watch the match, there's not really no storylines attached to this to make you interested in it. Like, why do I care about this match? Yes, it's a good match, but why should I care about it?
Yeah.
That's the missing factor in 205 Live. There's nothing to make you latch onto it.
The X and the Tavern put, okay, here's a good question for everyone. WWE is bad right now, so why do we still all watch it?
I don't fucking know.
Because we're stuck in it. Welcome to being a wrestling fan.
We're stuck in this wrestling fan bubble.
I'll tell you, I can't speak for Alex, but I can kind of speak for what Tony would give the same answer as I do. The reason I still watch Raw every Monday night, because I've watched Raw every Monday night my entire childhood. That's why I still watch it.
It's just
like burger guy.
Yeah, like it's just one of those things. Like I could realistically, and I can't believe I'm saying, like I could realistically not watch New Japan for 3 months, but I feel like I would go through severe withdrawal with WWE just because I've been watching that since I was 8 years old.
It's like it depends on. I think it's all depending on what made you a wrestling fan, and it's like comfort food. You know what I mean?
And Tony, you said it before.
When you were a kid, it reminds you of what. To me, when I watch wrestling, it reminds me when I was, 3, 4 years old, at my grandfather's, watching wrestling with my grandfather. Like, that's what it reminds me of, watching Hulk Hogan and Earthquake. That's what it reminds me of. Like, that kind of stuff.
And
And Tony, you said this before. It's our brains are, like, almost trained to watch Monday Night Raw each week.
Right? Don't we say every Saturday, this could be the week we take a break, and then when 8 o'clock hits, hey, guys, time for Raw.
Exactly. It's like we never get. I think we could probably all miss a week of Raw, but then after that, we would probably start being like, no, you would want to tune in. It's we always have our special reasons of why we love wrestling.
And you know what?
Yeah.
And like you guys said, you guys have these memories of what you watched Raw back in the day with Hogan. I have when Attitude Era was really picking up. Like we all have seen what WWF WWE can be when they're good, and we always, I think, try to hold on for some hope, saying it's something good to watch. You know, when it's good. Like what I'm saying is like when it is good, it's good. Like guys, I know there's a lot of WWE detractors, but when they do a storyline or something right, they knock it out of the park. I get we don't get that enough, but when we do, we keep hoping for more.
Right. Yeah, and like the memorable time is probably like what I really remember is that 96. You know, when you had Nitro on, when you had Hall showing up at Nitro, Austin 316 blowing up, the whole Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels rivalry. I mean, that really is what really I can really remember as some of my early memories. I really remember.
Oh, I think I'm pretty sure I cite a lot of stuff from 97 to 2001 as just those iconic, damn, this is why I love WWE. This is why I keep watching it, you know?
I think for the most part, I like to compare it to it, and I know it's different in many aspects, but it's like watching your favorite football, basketball, or baseball team. If they're struggling and they're not good, people always watch. Why do you watch your team if they're sorry? Because you hope that next year they'll be better, and the year after that it'll be better, or some reason during the season they'll hit a hot streak or something. That's what we hope with WWE, that hopefully, you know, things will start getting better and better and better. And right, we all know what happens between now and summer.
Yeah, it's dog days of summer. Yeah,
we all know what we're seeing right now. It's nothing It's nothing surprising. We all knew from after WrestleMania, from May till August till SummerSlam, we're gonna get shit for pay-per-views and shit for storylines and crap like that. We all know that. It's just in our brains to Monday night, turn on the USA Network at 8 Eastern. It's crazy. It's more like this product sucks and we watch it or not. Hey, I guess, yeah, Red Sox fan pretty much.
I mean, yeah, we get up Monday morning thinking like, ooh, maybe Raw will be good tonight. I mean, that's what we do. Ooh. And then
how excited were we when Raw, I think it was like 3 or 4 weeks ago, Raw was pretty good, and we were so excited. It was like, hey, this is something to be happy about, you know? So yeah, that's really it. I mean, I acknowledge that I'm a WWE mark, so I'm not gonna stop watching, but I'm also gonna not stop bitching.
Yeah, if they give us good shit, yeah, we'll give them credit. If they give us bad shit, we're gonna shit all over it. I mean, because we've got bad shit lately, and I mean, I can't wait for SummerSlam to roll on, honestly, because we'll get some better. Actually, a lot of it probably has to do with WWE. People say it has no competition. I mean, yes, you can go back to the old days, but also Monday Night Football is really some of their biggest competition, and then in the fall, they don't have nothing, and it really does. I'm sure Tony can agree, too. Or maybe he won't, but ever since they bought WCW, Mondays just don't feel the same anymore.
Yeah. No, I mean, well, yeah.
Yeah, that's SmackDown, I think we were talking about.
yeah, let's move back to SmackDown. Now, Dave, what were some of your? Yeah, no, Alex, you were giving me your lights. You said Andrade. You said the
Almas Sin Cara. Yeah, so Almas Sin Cara. I mean, I just want to say it. I said it earlier. I think Kane is a very underrated guy. I get it. By no means do I think he should be in the title picture or anything like that. But the guy has been here since '98, and you see where he started off with the whole. Even before that, Isaac Diesel. Wannabe, whatever, the dentist, and then you have the monster, and then slowly he took off the mask, he did all these segments. Yes, I'm not trying to bring up Katie Vick, but it happened. But, like, he's constantly evolved his character. And like Dave said, man, Kane is hilarious. I mean, his comedic timing is great. He plays off well with Daniel Bryan. He's 48, guys, and he's still finding a way to entertain us. So I just want to give a shout out to Glenn Jacobs. I think he'll definitely go down as an all-time.
But just a little tease for Saturday night show, everybody. I was reading online that there's talks about WWE having 2 WrestleManias.
Like a special event in India, WrestleMania?
No,
What?
like WrestleMania is in 2 different cities type of a thing.
Oh,
That didn't work out for WrestleMania 2 or
Yes.
3.
They did try that.
I didn't read much about it, but there's speculation, especially with this Fox deal, that they're gonna maybe somehow try to run 2 WrestleManias in different cities. I don't know if it'll happen or if it'll happen, but there's speculation, there's rumors running around. So
There's one on Fox.
So stupid. Do we have 2 Super Bowls? Do we have 2 conference finals? 2 fucking World Cups in a year?
It's going to be more along the lines of a Raw WrestleMania and SmackDown WrestleMania. I could be mistaken.
6 hours, a 12-hour show total. Oh,
I think it'll be like around that kind of a. Imagine if you were there, you watch Raws on the screen, and it's
gonna be like, dude, it's gonna be like Raw 25, and they're gonna get everything good at one, but they're gonna get one shitty match at the other place.
Isn't that essentially just gonna be one of these pay-per-views? The pay-per-views are like 5 hours long, anyways. So, I hope. I mean, I know it's speculation, but I hope to God that's not the case.
And there's a lot more speculation. It's starting to really heat up that NXT's going to be moving to FS1.
Yep.
So
and
running rapid there.
And I know I mistreat the shit, but Takeover is probably going to be an hour longer, right?
Yes, that's the speculation as well.
Okay, so after Almas, yeah, the Kane and Bryan stuff was fun, and that's really it, guys. All I can really say is I think Sanity and the Bludgeon Brothers, when you see them together, it makes sense for them to just be a big stable.
Yeah, and we all saw over the weekend, I believe, or it could have been yesterday night, Nikki Cross was teaming up with the Becky Lynch at house shows. Hey, what's up, Bliss? How you doing tonight? She did not show up tonight. I don't know if that's speculation or maybe that's her way of maybe getting brought up. I don't know. Maybe they just wanted to bring her along to get her kind of used to things. I'm not sure. But let's all cross our fingers because it would make sense if maybe Sanity moves on to maybe the Usos next. Yeah. It would make sense for her to get involved. Yep. Especially since Naomi and stuff like that. So let's all hope and cross our fingers and hope that she debuts with Sanity because Sanity just doesn't seem Sanity without
right. No, and the last good thing, I guess, now that I'm thinking about it, was Rusev on commentary. I thought he was hilarious. Like, he was blowing Byron. That's really it.
Yeah, to me, what SmackDown, the thing with SmackDown tonight was, if you wanted to round up SmackDown in one word, it was predictable.
Well, I said I have lazy.
Lazy as well. That same thing. Lazy, predictable. We all knew, and Dave said it. Watch, the Nakamura and Styles match is going to end up in a tag match. What the fuck happened? It ended up in a tag match. I think we all knew what was going to happen in the Lumberjack match. The women were going to pretty much team up with Ellen Ellsworth. We might see a brawl. That usually happens. And Asuka gets the win. Carmella gets over. And then what happens? We get a whole 10-man tag match. It seemed so predictable. That it was just not a really good showing from SmackDown Live. And not a really good showing from Raw either. What's up, BX Bomber? How you doing tonight, dude? Dave, any dislikes between the two of you guys? I'm sure on SmackDown Live, other than really predictable and kind of lazy, what'd you think? Some of the dislikes, Dave, Alex.
I'll let Dave go first.
Okay. One of my dislikes was obviously that Asuka and James Ellsworth match, obviously. Getting promised people is kind of annoying too, but one of my major dislikes of tonight was the ending to the main event tonight in that 10-man tag. I'm a big Daniel Bryan fan. I'm glad he got a win. Good for him, which is obvious they were going to win. But why did he have to pin Eric Young? And I do like that him and Eric Young were in the ring together because that was the first time, I believe, ever they've been in a ring together. So that was pretty cool. And that would be a cool feud to see, I think, those two one-on-one. But, man, why did he have to take the pinfall? I mean, out of everybody involved in that match, that was just like...
Not only that, that's back, is it, if I'm not mistaken, back week maybe, or these back-to-back losses that Sanity hasn't won a match since they've been brought up to the main roster.
I mean, it's not even the fact that they lost the game; it's the fact that they had Eric Young lose the match. I mean, the first one,
it's them getting pinned. Yeah, exactly. And
that doesn't matter to me.
Any of them shouldn't have been pinned.
Dave's point, also, Eric Young is supposed to be the leader of Sanity.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree with you on that. Yeah, exactly.
That's just like, man, I hated that part.
My question to WWE creative is, why can't Sanity be booked like AOP?
Yeah.
Like what's so okay? Why can't AOP see Sanity be the same way AOP is booked? Is it because we got the Bludgeon Brothers and they're supposed to be AOP on SmackDown Live? That's what I don't get. I don't get it at all.
I mean, at least Sanity's on TV.
Yeah.
AOP can barely get on TV for a break apart, and that's about it.
That is very true. That is very true. Any other dislikes, Dave?
I'm sure there's a bunch of stuff, but yeah. Go ahead, Alex. Give your dislikes.
Ooh, all right. Well, I think we all talked about just the lazy tag team booking, and it was Paige coming out like, okay, AJ, you're the WWE champion, you're facing Rusev. Jeff Hardy, you're the US champion, you're facing Shinsuke. Let's make a tag. And I'm like, Paige, why don't you just say there are two heels, two faces in the ring? Hey, we're just gonna have a tag team match. So there was that.
Alex, really quick. You know what I thought we were gonna get for a moment? I thought we were gonna get AJ, you and Rusev team up to take on Shinsuke and Jeff Hardy. I thought we were gonna get that for a moment. I was like, that'd be neat. But no, we got the crap we did. Go ahead.
All right. This is really my biggest rant, honestly, for the night, because I think we all had the same stuff. Dave, you talked about the Ellsworth Asuka. I'll go a little more broader on what I dislike. FABULOUS. My God, guys.
Yeah.
That was louder than any reaction Carmella got tonight. I mean, I know everyone's saying, why are you such a Carmella hater? I'm happy she got her cash-in moment. In NXT, she was in NXT. She gave that nice little post about how she didn't get called up when she did, and cool. But her title reign has been absolute shit. Have you heard people say, "Oh, you're too hard on Carmella"? Carmella's first feud with Charlotte, who is, even though I have my dislikes, one of the, if not an elite top worker in the WWE, and she couldn't get a good match with Charlotte. What the hell was that selling that she did when Asuka started beating her down? Like, am I supposed to be excited for Sunday? Don't even get me started on the freaking shark cage that James Ellsworth's gonna be in. But I don't understand, what's the thing with Carmella? Like, why did Asuka lose at WrestleMania if this is what we're gonna get with Carmella? Like, it really did nothing for me. It's the equivalency of when Jack Swagger got the Money in the Bank, as far as I'm concerned. And yeah, I think she's fine on the mic, but there's nothing that sticks out about her. If she was a decent ring worker, okay, that's fine. If she was a mic worker like Bliss, because that's another thing I have a problem with. Everyone likes to make these parallels about Bliss and Carmella. Let's get one thing straight. If you've noticed over the few weeks that, because WWE, I guess, is realizing Carmella can't draw heat for life, they're trying to give her the same shtick Alexa Bliss was using. And guess what? It's not working because there's just one big difference. Alexa Bliss is actually a good heel when it comes to the mic in terms of drawing heat. When Carmella talked, she posed in the ring and held the title and did all this bragging. The crowd could not care one bit. Even with James Ellsworth coming back, James is going to give Carmella heat. Not happening. So I don't understand what this is. I don't understand. I can't see how Asuka's supposed to lose Sunday. Like, this is ridiculous.
It is. And you know what's really... even though her dad was a jobber, but she's a second-generation wrestler, too.
Yeah. So it's just, I don't understand, how the booking is. And Tony has said it before, the only champion and women's champion in the WWE right now that I could actually somewhat care about is Shayna Baszler. That's it. your two champions, as much as I love Alexa Bliss, but I know she's just a placeholder for Ronda, your two champions are jokes.
Yeah, for the most part. And Carmella.
Yep, zero reaction. I mean,
she's came a long way. You know, she came from what, a manager. She probably was never probably going to maybe be in a singles wrestler at all. Maybe they just threw it at her. Who knows? But she came a long way from being on NXT. I think we all agreed that night when she was drafted to the main roster, it was like, what the fuck, kind of a shock. And maybe like, I don't think she deserves to be up there. And she hasn't really done anything since being brought up. Ellsworth, the first time they were together, major heat. I think, and they figured, oh, the separation, she'd be fine on her own. No, they brought him back, and it got heat for one night, and that's it. It hasn't really done much since he's came back.
And I know I got heat because I already said from, I don't know, 2 weeks after Carmella won the title that this is a dud. A lot of people are like, oh, you got to give it a chance. So, okay, guys, here we are a few pay-per-views later. Yes or no to Tony and Dave and the chat room. Is Carmella's title reign a dud?
Oh, yeah, so far I would have to say so.
Yeah, I mean, Alex was better off instead of playing Carmella's song, you're better off just playing cricket.
Yeah, or nothing.
Right.
So yeah, that's my big thing. I just hate how the women's title's being booked.
Go ahead.
Out of it. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, and when we first started doing this show and Carmella first came up, we all, even during that Nikki Bella run she had with her, there was literally no reaction for Carmella back then, and we're still at the same point. Nothing. No reaction for her at all.
Yep.
True. To me, what the thing is with the Bella feud at the time, remember when she attacked, was Nikki Bella, she attacked her on SmackDown Live, talking smack. And it really like opened our eyes. We were kind of like, okay, maybe we might see something from Carmella. And for a little bit, we kind of did. She had her promos with Nikki Bella and all that, and it just seemed from then and from now. I mean, she hasn't gone nowhere. And on the heat status, she's not that great of a heel. She's not getting the heat that I think they thought she would get. I think she would have been better off them teaming her up with Cass, and maybe that would have been a lot better.
The argument that her and Bliss aren't the best in the ring, but then what does it come down to? Bliss can still draw heat on the mic, even though no one's looking forward to Rousey and Bliss. Look at the promos we got between Rousey and Jax. They were utter shit. At least with Bliss and Rousey, Bliss can put over that feud. She's a good heel. That's what a heel does. You put butts in seats to get your ass kicked. That's a heel's role.
Yeah, but also a key thing is reaction. Whether we like Roman Reigns or not, he still gets a reaction.
I still think any reaction is better than little to none. I agree. That's why. That's
Carmella. Yeah, I mean, she gets nothing. I mean, that she's on the verge of possibly getting fired because she's not getting no reaction at all.
Yeah, Homer asks us, who do we think is the women's champ on SmackDown?
Yeah, face aside, I'll take Asuka. If Asuka loses again at Carmella, well, fuck you, WWE. But I'll take Becky Lynch if they're keeping her winning, of course. And then if there's another big heel to come up, then let them take it. But
I think
probably Charlotte.
Oh God, Dave, please.
You know,
Becky Lynch deserves a win.
I agree.
Yeah, she does. But I think Becky could win it, and then she's going to lose it to Charlotte before Survivor Series.
Well,
to set up Ronda. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, we'll talk about it Saturday because there are some rumors about Becky Lynch's booking. And we'll talk about it Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday night is going to be a big show. I hope everybody can join us on Saturday night. Let's wrap up SmackDown so we can run through a little bit of Extreme Rules before we end tonight's show. We're doing pretty good on time. So, and I know Mr. Dr. Alex got some big early morning ahead of him, so I want to go too crazy long. So let's go over the ratings of SmackDown Live tonight. Everybody get your rating fingers ready. All right.
Hey, I want to know what you guys thought of the whole Daniel Bryan ending to SmackDown.
Oh, you mean how the match ended?
No, the ending where he's letting the stage on fire.
Oh, what? No, I honestly walked away to like set up the Google Hangout because I was done.
He did the Kane thing, and he's like, "Wait, I can do it," and he did it, and fire came out of the stage. It's like when Kane was doing it.
Oh, I have to watch that. That's
why Corey Graves said, "Oh my God, it worked."
Yep.
I got it. That sounds hilarious. I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah. All right. So last week, SmackDown Live. Holy crap! I gave it a 1. Dave gave it a 3. Justin gave it a 2.5. Our Raw ratings for last week were 0, -2, and 0. So nothing's changed from last week. Dave, SmackDown Live. What would you give it?
Overall, I thought it was better than Raw, but this is a go-home show for your big pay-per-view. They really didn't do nothing to make you want to order the pay-per-view if it was still orderable, back now, but it's not. I mean, I would give it maybe a 1. I think it was better than Raw, but not by much.
You got 2.5, 3. Okay, all right. Back down to
3.
Value a 2. Okay, damn. Look at 3 stars just because of Almas versus Sin Cara and the Team Hell No ending. Saw Almas just for that 5. Oh, damn. I think you can bet money that all go-home shows will be shit. We got a 2. Only saw the end, so 100 because I think everybody enjoyed the ending of SmackDown Live.
Yeah, I mean, that was good, but other than that, I mean, there wasn't really much to talk about. It's, like you said, pretty predictable show.
Yep. Bob Ruski gives it a 2. All right. Yeah, predictable show all the way. Alex?
Yeah, just about last week, I wasn't there, but I would have given that a 2 for sure. I'll give it a 1 just because, like you guys said, Almas and the Team Hell No interaction fun. But as a go-home show, though, oh man, Raw and SmackDown just get 0s. I'm not excited. I have no intrigue for it. Meaning I could have missed yesterday and today and tuned in on Sunday for Extreme Rules and had the same reaction.
Is it fair to say that when it's go-home shows, we're allowed to put Raw on this pedestal? That it should be go-home shows should be knock it out of the park. It should be like, damn, now I can't fucking wait for Extreme Rules. Like, you're so excited, and now Monday Night at Raw is over. Like,
yeah, I mean, isn't that like
Extreme Rules? Woo, can't wait. Yeah.
Like,
you could say the same thing for Smack. Or go ahead.
And I'm sorry, Dave. You brought up a great point. If you had like a way that you booked it where Bobby and Tony said too, Bobby Lashley and Roman were just brawling everywhere throughout the whole show. So you had them brawl in the beginning, they get split up, and then Roman does that interview in the back where Bob is gonna be the guy somewhere else, and then Bobby attacks him backstage. They're fighting in the parking lot. Then I could be like, oh shit, Sunday is gonna be crazy. Like, I need to watch it, but no, there's nothing there. The most intriguing match is Seth Rollins versus Drew. I mean, Dolph. That's it. That's what the most exciting match I'm looking forward to.
To me,
and that's not enough for them. It's just
someone put on Twitter yesterday or Monday Night Raw, and I when I asked after last night, did Raw make you look more forward to Extreme Rules? And someone replied and put, after last night, I'm more looking forward to Slammiversary, and I'm like, fuck, man, I can't disagree with you. Slammiversary is. Yeah,
I mean, let's look at that.
Extreme Rules, if you want to be fair and to be honest. Yeah. So I was like, oh, good point, fair point.
I'm looking at the Slammiversary card right now, and I can tell you I am much more excited for that. Are you kidding me? That we'll talk about Thursday, but Fatal 4-Way, holy shit.
Yeah, I mean, if you just look at the last couple weeks of how Impact's been booking and getting ready for this pay-per-view, it's definitely done a way better job than Raw has done. Raw and SmackDown both, and I think you can hold SmackDown to that standard now, too, where that should be a good go-home show, just like Raw should have been, and they were both shit.
And how many times we say SmackDown is we tune in Tuesdays because we know it'll be better than Mondays, and like you said, as a go-home, it's just
Exactly. All right. So currently, right now, hey, what's up, Mr. Brandon Coutinho's in the house. We will definitely have Brandon Coutinho on our show. Definitely very soon because he will be fighting everybody, and his fight will be on YouTube. So we're definitely gonna have Brandon on the show so he can tell everybody about his fight and tell everybody where they can watch it and everything like that. So looking very forward Brandon being on the show. So right now, currently on the Extreme Rules card, there is 11 matches. And that is just with one pre-show match on the card, 10 matches on the main card. Right now, the pre-show match is obviously the New Day taking on Sanity in a tables match. We got Bliss and Nia Jax Extreme Rules match, AJ Styles and Rusev for the world title. The B Team versus the Woken Lovers. Carmella versus Asuka in a Shark Cage match with Ellsworth in the Shark Cage. Bludgeon Brothers taking on Team Hell No. Dolph Ziggler versus Seth Rollins. Roman Reigns, Bobby Lashley. Jeff Hardy, Shinsuke Nakamura. Finn Balor, Baron Corbin. And Braun Strowman versus Kevin Owens inside a steel cage match. Yes, all pay-per-views are now starting at 7 Eastern because of the SmackDown and Raw format. All pay-per-views now are 4 hours long. So, or 5 hours if you want to talk about the pre-show. To me, almost every match, maybe every match, I would say maybe 7 out of the 10 main card matches are pretty predictable. Out of the, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 title matches. Alex,
holy shit!
Which match is a for sure title change?
Let's see. I think Seth is going to get the title back.
Alex, wow, I'm shocked. I'll give you. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say Seth is I can see Seth being the shocker, but I think that. Sorry, let me repeat. I think my most likely is that Nakamura takes the title.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's what I would say too. To me, that's the most obvious that's going on right now. Yeah.
I don't even know what's obvious anymore with the WWE.
Nakamura has to win this title to mean anything for this heel turn.
Nakamura, think about it. 3 months of low blows, no payoff, and then he loses again. Oh, man, he needs the win.
Not only does Nakamura need the win, but you can tell Jeff Hardy needs to climb off.
Yeah, Jeff Hardy is,
he's not flying through the ropes. He's not doing the crazy stunts that he was doing when he came back. He's definitely taking it very, very seldom in the ring, and you can tell he's hurt. And
maybe.
Oh, what's up?
Go ahead.
No, just how he's kind of getting over because he's just so lovable that he could do anything like a missile drop kick and people cheer like crazy. But yeah, I agree. Injured.
Maybe Jeff should think about wrestling this style from now on so he doesn't get hurt so much.
Yeah, Jeff Hardy needs to tone it down a bit. And with the flying off the top ropes and all that stuff, he's definitely becoming injury prone. Just came back from an injury and he's injured again. So, he definitely needs to take the Daniel Bryan approach and settle it down in the ring, maybe take it down a notch or two. Because we all enjoy seeing Jeff Hardy in the ring, and it seems like every time they have something going for Jeff, he ends up getting hurt. And
it's also the fact that he's older now too, and when he was younger, doing all this crazy spots, it starts to take a toll and catch up on you after years and years of doing this, and he's getting at that age where when he gets injured, he's getting injured a lot now. When earlier in his career he wasn't.
All right, fair point. All right, so out of the matches, all the matches on the Extreme Rules card, Dave, which match are you most looking forward to seeing?
Well, there's the obvious matches I'm interested in, obviously, Reigns and Lashley, and then, of course, the 30-minute Iron Man match, which should be 60, but whatever. I'm most looking forward to see Daniel Bryan and Kane wrestling in a tag match, see what happens there. I'm most interested in that.
All right, Alex?
Yeah, I'm definitely excited just for the match quality for Dolph Ziggler and Seth Rollins. I'll be excited. The only thing I'll be excited for Carmella and Asuka is if Asuka wins. And yeah, I am looking forward to AJ Styles versus Rusev. I think this is Rusev's biggest match since he faced Cena.
Yeah, definitely. And it's hard to believe that this is Rusev's first.
He had a freaking tank, Byron. He was in a freaking tank, Byron.
Oh, he just fired up on Byron. Byron's like, AJ's a 20-year veteran, and Rusev's like, well, what about me? And he like went off on Byron. I liked from Rusev, like him just saying fuck everyone.
DX in the chat asks, will Lashley versus Reigns in main event Extreme Rules? Yes.
Yes, I do.
Shouldn't. But you know what I think is going to happen if it does? It's going to get shit on, and so it's going to turn into a terrible match.
I think even though there's no stipulation, I can't not see them going.
They're still going to get extreme. They're going to get extreme.
They have to spear. Someone has to get speared through the barricade. There has to be some spots because you're at Extreme Rules, and these two are just going to wrestle. Come on.
Okay, yeah. That's Bomber. What's your sleeper match of the night, Alex?
I mean, I don't know. I really maybe could you count AJ versus Rusev just because everyone's excited for Rollins Ziggler the most?
What about Balor and Corbin?
Holy shit! I forgot about that.
Not really. I mean,
which match? Because I know Tyson Kidd books the matches, I believe, just on the Raw side.
Yeah.
On the Raw side, which match do you hope he books?
Ooh, definitely the Iron Man.
So who's booking SmackDown then? Is it Adam Pearce booking SmackDown or something?
Road Dogg.
Oh, was he booking? I thought he was just head of creative, like writing wise, not the booker of the matches.
I don't know who books the match qualities out of that.
I think Finley does.
Who? I would think because Adam Pearce does say that he's a producer on his Twitter account, so I mean maybe I would hope.
Kid, dude, has been knocking him out of the park with his matches that he produces. So
didn't he produce McIntyre and Rollins?
Yeah,
nice.
He did. So
kind of cool because like you see a lot of these wrestlers that, well, yeah, Tyson Kidd is obviously a different situation, but you know they're not going to be used like. When they retired, like they should be producers of matches, like like some of these guys who are good in the ring but never get over, like they could be a backstage booker, they could be a booking agent. So,
yeah, I mean, look at Billy freaking Kidman. He's working backstage, so yeah.
Really? Oh shit! No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Billy Kidman's a producer.
Dave, Max Scherzer's in the house, and Max Scherzer says that wrestling is fake. The former Tigers pitcher.
And that is not Max Scherzer.
Okay, you know what, guys? Let me change my dark horse. I think if it gets time, the New Day versus Sanity could kill it.
What? I think my sleeper match of the night is gonna be Balor and Corbin.
Okay.
See, what the hell? Okay, my sleeper match is gonna be Nakamura and Jeff Hardy.
All right, that should be. Has Nakamura and Jeff Hardy ever wrestled each other before?
I don't think so.
I think so, no.
Interesting. That's going to be an interesting match for sure. I don't want to go through predictions because Saturday night we will do our prediction show, and if we did predictions, we'd go probably on for another hour. So we don't want to do that. So we're going to start wrapping up the show. Pretty solid show tonight. Almost 3,000 viewers tonight. 2,500 viewers tonight. So thank you everybody for joining us tonight. We touched on the SmackDown, we touched on Raw, we touched on Extreme Rules. Don't forget Thursday night, everybody. It's a huge night. Impact Wrestling. Gonna be we got the tag match between Pentagon, right? Is that what that is Thursday night, if I'm not mistaken?
6-man tag.
No, yeah, the 6-man tag with Rich Swann, Pentagon, and Phoenix taking on OVE. And Sami Callihan, so that should be good. And then we'll touch on NXT as well. Don't forget, about 2 weeks from now, we'll get Ciampa versus Aleister Black. So that should be a really good one. And then we have 205 Live tonight. Please don't forget, no spoilers, between Hideo Itami and Cedric Alexander for the 205 Live title. Yeah, just don't give me Tommy. Oh boy, cannot wait. Hopefully I cannot wait for Eddie Edwards' segment on Thursday. I'm going to see Pentagon and Phoenix July 28th. I can't wait, man.
Nice.
That's awesome, dude. They are a treat to watch in person, trust me.
Awesome, dude. I know you guys talked about Impact, but I'll tell you guys, Impact for me was the highest rated show for me last week. That was a 5. That was an awesome show.
I gave it a 5 as well. Don't worry,
Yep.
Twitter. I'm trying to stay on Twitter, my friend. So, any last thoughts, Dave, before we end tonight's show? And we're back again on Thursday.
Hopefully we get some good wrestling tomorrow and Thursday, and see you guys then. I mean, there ain't much to talk about. These last 2 nights have been pretty bad, and I watched all of Raw, so I was wondering why, but I did.
Have the stars came out for G1 USA? Bobaruski asked.
What does he want? Oh, the ratings?
Yeah.
Not that I know. I'll look real quick, but no, I don't think so.
I don't think Dave Meltzer rates TV shows. I think that's what it was, because he never rated Raw and SmackDown, so I don't think he rates. It would rate like a TV / Clash of the Champions-esque type show.
So Nikki Cross will be a face when she debuts on SmackDown. No, she'll be with Sanity, so I guess a heel. But good night, Bomber. Thank you for dropping by, bro. Alex, any last thoughts before we end tonight's show?
No, I mean, we got a full week of wrestling ahead of us. I mean, not only just NXT and Impact, but the weekend, we got a packed wrestling weekend as well. So pace yourself, guys. Don't let Monday and Tuesday discourage you. NXT and Impact, I think, will make us a lot happier.
I can't wait till Alex gives us some of those matches to watch this weekend.
Oh yeah, we got. We'll again. Big show on Saturday, guys. We got a lot to talk about. So
Saturday, please be here with us. We have a lot to talk about. Not only Extreme Rules, the New Japan Pro Wrestling, Impact, whatever else you guys want to chat about. We will be here on Saturday night to talk with you guys about it. And Alex will be here to give his thoughts on New Japan as well. And Sunday night, everybody will be back again. Extreme Rules post show right after Extreme Rules is over. We will be right here talking Extreme Rules with you guys. We appreciate everybody's support, everybody's love for popping in here tonight. I'm thinking next month in August, we're going to do our next giveaway. I'm going to try to figure out a way to do it easy to get. I only want to get 10 people picked for this giveaway. There's going to be a way to enter it, but only 10 people will be picked. It's going to be a big, heavy item that I'm thinking about doing. Something that might be $50+ range. I'm thinking of what it'll be. I'm not sure what it will be yet, but it's going to be some type of like a get to tables package, family package deal, something along those lines. So
you get a car, you get a car, and you get a car.
Everybody gets a goddamn car. A Roman Reigns vest. How about that? If someone got that, would they even wear that? I doubt it. But something along those lines, maybe like action figures or somewhere around that. Something like a little gift pack. So it'd be pretty cool to do that for you guys, since y'all have been showing us so much love lately with getting us over 1,000 viewers and almost to 900 followers and almost to being a super broadcaster. It's just our way of saying thank you. So let's do a little quick shout out to everybody. And yes, we do real giveaways. People who say that we do fake giveaways like a salty guy who wasn't here for the show that didn't win it, who's salty about not winning his giveaway. If you're here for the shows, you know about our giveaways, and you're almost pretty much going to be guaranteed into the giveaway. So, I mean, come on. I saw your comment, Bobaruski. So we'll be back Thursday, Impact on Pop. Saturday night, big show. Sunday night, another big show. And giveaway next month. So thank you guys for the support. Let's do a shout-out. We got Truth and Loyalty, Kevin, Jeffrey Cross, Blissside, Bobaruski, Adam Lawson, Mr. Budweiser. We got Jody Mania, D Hess, Alice Mass Fan. We got that's a bot. Fuck her. Juanito, Peckenrod, Blissside, and 5 more people I cannot see. So if I did not mention your name, just say hello in the chat so I can thank you for stopping by. Thank you again for Alex for taking time out of his. I know he's a busy guy. Thank you for joining us tonight, my friend. And
here always.
And thank you. So Saturday night, man, we hope you can join us.
Yeah, definitely. I'll be there.
We do appreciate.
We got to preview Extreme Rules, man.
Yes, we do appreciate you coming in here. I know long ass days, so we do appreciate you staying, coming by, and Dave, you as well, man. Appreciate you coming out and being an awesome co-host. And we will be live again with you guys tomorrow. Thursday night. So, guys, have a great hump day. And we want to see you on Thursday night, everybody. Thank you, everybody.
Peace.